Today I want to talk about the best time to form and sign a durable power of attorney for finances or for healthcare. Now, both documents we call durable because they're designed to survive your incapacity. What that means is you need the document in place in a situation where you're ever incapacitated and unable to manage your own health or financial affairs. And there's two types of power of attorney you need. Like I said, one is called durable power of attorney for finances and property, and that gives your agent, the person you name, the power to act on your behalf if you're ever incapacitated or unable to act. And the second type is called a durable power of attorney for healthcare. And that's similar to the financial power, except it's naming someone specifically to act for you and carry out your wishes in regards to your healthcare. Now, in the healthcare document, you're going to make several choices about your own care and what your thoughts are about end-of-life care, feeding tubes, resuscitation, things like that. So you need to think about you and your values and what's important to you before you go ahead and make those choices in the document. And then it's important to communicate those wishes to the person you name as agent, because if you are incapacitated, for example, in a coma, you are going to be unable to communicate your wishes, and you're going to need to rely on someone you know and trust to communicate them and make decisions for you with the healthcare professionals. So with the financial power, it's similar, except this is someone who is named as your agent, a fiduciary, to take charge of your financial affairs, pay bills, taxes, insurance, collect money, rents, and like I said, pay expenses from your actual financial accounts during the period in which you're incapacitated. So a lot of people think if I form a will, I'm taken care of because I named a personal representative in the will or an executor. And while that's great, that does name someone with authority to take over after your death. There is this big gap where you're still alive, where many people have no financial power of attorney or healthcare power of attorney with an agent named to act on their behalf. And in my practice recently, I've seen several cases where people call me and the loved one is already in the hospital and they want to change beneficiary designations or try to take actions regarding health for the person. And I have to ask them a lot of questions about whether the person still has the capacity to execute a document, because once you're in the hospital, there's going to be lots of questions raised about whether you have the mental capacity to know the extent of your affairs to validly execute a financial power of attorney or a healthcare power of attorney. And in fact, the healthcare power of attorney says it needs to be witnessed by two disinterested witnesses, and they cannot be healthcare providers. So based on these recent situations, I wanted to make this video for clients and encourage you to put your estate plan together, specifically these documents naming a financial agent and a healthcare agent while you're healthy, and there's no question about your capacity to execute these documents. In my opinion, it is much harder to challenge the capacity of someone who executed a document when they did it years before they had any serious health or mental capacity issues, and when they did it with a qualified lawyer, signed the document in the lawyer's office with two disinterested witnesses. So my best advice is to take care of those documents well in advance of before you need them, and then they will provide you peace of mind that if you ever are in a terrible medical situation or incapacitated, you have someone a fiduciary name to act on your behalf in your best wishes. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.